What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another mobile gaming video with your bald-headed boy Scribble. How are we all doing? Today we are going to be checking out the Benefits Center within Age of Origins and make sure that you are spending your money effectively. You've probably asked yourself a question. Is it actually worth getting these monthly cards? Is it worth getting the benefit packs? And what even is the privilege shop? Well, I'm here to run it through for you. Let's go check it out, shall we? Okay, so the benefits pack. Now, I'm just on a new account over here just so that I can show you the prices and all that sort of business. If you're looking to find it, click on your city hall, and down in the bottom right here, you can see the monthly card. So, the monthly card comes in two varieties over here. You've got the Supreme card, and you have the Value card. The Supreme card is $18.99, which is every 30 days. I mean, you buy it once and it lasts for 30 days. You can think of it almost as a monthly subscription to the game, and it provides you with a significant amount of bonuses, in my opinion. I think as far as cost to reward is concerned in the game, this is probably one of the better things that you can buy. So what does it do? First and foremost, every single day you are going to be gaining the following. 1,000 gold every day, which is great. You're going to be gaining a couple of those speed ups. They're only 5 times 5, 25 minutes worth of speed ups, which is all right. And you're going to get yourself an elite recruitment order. That's kind of like, it's okay, it's not bad. Over the course of a month, that's still 30. That's still pretty good. And you're still getting a decent amount of speed up. And 30,000 gold each month is actually pretty big. Not only that, it gives you access to the privileges shop, which we'll talk about in just a moment, and increases your max bookmarks on the world map. Now that's very useful because that gives you the opportunity to track additional enemies, to highlight different areas that you're interested in invading and stuff like that. And of course, if you don't have it, you're missing out on those all extra bookmarks. So not only that, the big thing is when you're looking to upgrade any building or build any building, there is a significant reduction in cost, okay? You're saving yourself 1 million food, 1 million oil, and 80,000 steel. So it means a lot of the early levels of construction, sort of like levels 1 through 16 of the various training centers and the oil farms and all that sort of business, they're basically free, which is really, really good. And anything above that cost, you're still getting a discount of 1 million of each of these and 80,000 steel. That's really not so bad. Okay, and when you look at the value pack, and the great thing about the value pack is if you actually get both, they do actually stack. So you're actually gaining an additional 40 bookmarks on top of this, so 90 bookmarks in total, and you're also getting 1.3 million reduction in both food and oil. Both of those things are actually really, really good. You also get an additional 300 gold and an additional 10 minutes worth of speed time, and it's that one there is essentially £7, around $7 there or thereabouts, and once again every 30 days. So in my opinion, absolutely, I do feel like the Supreme card in particular is very much worthwhile, but if you can't stretch to that, there's still value in the value card itself. Now, what else can we see? We can see the privileges shop. So having any one of these cards gives you access to the privileges shop. And the privileges shop is essentially a store that will offer you items on a weekly rotation, essentially. I think it's weekly, it might be monthly. It'll offer you items that you can normally purchase through the standard store. So if you were to go to Bag, for example, or you go to Shop, you'll see things in this store for a nominal amount of gold value that you can buy. Well, the benefits store over there, the privileges store, sorry, actually gives you it at a discount. You can see this is normally 1,800 and it's down 1,440. So you're saving yourself there, 360 gold. It's actually not too bad. It gives you about a 20% reduction essentially, and that's really pretty decent. I don't tend to engage in this, but if you do have an excess surplus of gold, it's a decent space to keep an eye on for some pretty decent items. Now, there is one other area that we do need to look at, and that is the benefits pack. What's the benefits pack, I hear you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked, because that's the reason I'm making this video. So, the benefits pack is similar, very similar to the monthly pack and, well, not really the privilege shop, but the Supreme pack and the value pack. It is a weekly subscription, essentially. All of these are around about $4.99 essentially, or £4 a piece to get, and they last for 7 days. And what they do is they offer you ways of cherry picking where you want to gain additional resources from. So first and foremost, we've got the auto kill over here. What happens with the auto kill? Well, okay, here we go. Misclicked it. Essentially, Auto kill lets you go out to the world map. You know, all the various events that are going on that require you to hunt zombies on the world map, or the daily events that you have, the daily objectives that you have to go out to go kill a number of zombies. I think it's 5 each day. Auto kill lets you go out there and lets you automatically send out your fleets. You don't have to manually try to send out all of your fleets to fight zombies. It just does it all for you. You can set it to automatically consume any of the fuel that you want. You can set it to attack any particular range of zombie that you want, and you can even say how many fleets you want to send out. So if you only want to send out 1 at a time, you can send out 1. If you want to send out 5 at a time, you can send out 5. It really is pretty good. It does use your mobility, of course. It's not like it just constantly goes out, and it will stop being active if you either fail a mission, fail an attack on a zombie, or if you run out of fuel and fuel regathering items. It's really not so bad, but that's not the only thing that it does offer you. It does also offer you items. Now, those items are actually going to scale with the level of what's known your privilege level, okay? So this here over here is your benefits level, sorry. Not privilege level, your benefits level, and that is going to impact the level of the rewards that you get from these benefits packs, okay? And essentially, the more benefits packs you buy over time, the higher your benefits level goes. It goes all the way from level 1 all the way up to level 12, I believe. Yeah, there we go, level 12. And essentially, this is sort of like a high-level idea of what the value of the items they're giving you is. So at the top end, you get roughly 3,800 worth of gold on the food supply, for example. If you take a look at that at the very base level, it's 1,600. So once you've reached the top level, it's like over twice as beneficial to you, essentially. So it rewards people to continually purchase it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you whether or not that is great value to you, because value is in general very subjective. If you don't have a lot of disposable income, I don't recommend these sorts of things. But what I can say is that I personally find for the quality of life benefits that auto kill in particular gets you, it is worthwhile. It does give you some additional fuel. As you can see, all the way at the top end, you do get, one of the standard 20 mobility fuel packs, but you're also gaining yourself some commander XP, you're also gaining materials chests, you're also gaining commander XP, and you're also gaining a higher tier of the materials chest, as well as the capabilities of being able to automatically send out your fleets to go and attack zombies on the world map, which is a really, really great way of gaining commander XP, really great way of gaining officer XP, and just various bits of consumables and materials, essentially. So I do value the auto kill. I do think it is a very valuable function. The food supply, oil supply, steel supply, and mineral supply essentially give you resources each day for those particular parts of resources, essentially, right? So in particular, in the late game, everything is so incredibly expensive to try and level up. We're talking tens of millions of each resource to try and level up. So at the very top end, you can see the food supply over here essentially gives you what? 19 of these 100,000, 1.9 million? 1.9 million food supply every single day if you're on the top privilege. Combine that with the fact that if you're getting, say, the Supreme Pack and the monthly pack, you're gaining already a decreased cost of 1.3 million on all your construction. It does add up over time. Similarly with the oil supply, they give you the exact same sort of value on this one. It's 1.9 million a day at the very top end. The steel supply and mineral supply, as they are more scarce resources, I guess you could say, the value, well, not the value, but the amount that you actually get is significantly reduced. You can see we only get 18 of them at 20,000. So you're looking at about 360,000 of the steel supply in particular, and minerals is 10,000 at 17, so 170,000. So the total amount of each is obviously far fewer, but obviously the value of each item there, of each resource there, is slightly different compared to food or oil. Food, I feel, is still massively required, and I feel like steel is more required than minerals. So if you are going to cherry pick them, I'd probably just get the food one and the steel supply, maybe skip out on the others. I don't think that this is the best use of people's money, nor do I think it is the best use of ways of gaining resources. I do still think that having a farm base is a more rewarding way of doing that, but this is something to keep in mind if you don't want to be dealing with the hassle of that, or if you just want to have a little bit extra. Overall, I think the benefits center, in particular the Supreme card, is very, very valuable to basically anybody in the game. But only you can decide, ultimately. Let me know down in the comments section down below, do you actually engage in the benefits center? Do you pick either the Supreme pack, or do you prefer to just get the value card? I'd be curious to know. Absolutely phenomenal. Make sure that you do hit that like button, guys, and consider subscribing to your boy Scribe, and I will see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and big love.